Hi guys, 732 Review Crew here. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Battlestar Galactica Season 3, Episode 6. And I'm very interested to see what this one's about. As of last episode, we had the Battlestar Galactica portion of them as a secret trial jury, basically executing traitors and collaborators. And it was found out by Adama and Roslin, so they put a stop to it. But we learned that Tom Zarek did give a legal order for it. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen now, because it seems like there's two mindsets of going on, especially because Roslin pardoned everybody who was a
and
part
Tom
of it.
Zarek lost a lot of his clout with Roslin and Adama.
Yeah, but I felt like it kind of got squashed, but I guess I read it wrong.
Nope.
I thought like the episode pretty much squashed it, and she just proved to Tom Zarek like that she's just better.
Do you
than
think
him.
two traumatized people like Ty and Starbuck could let that go potentially?
I think they may have gotten their pound of flesh.
I don't know if they will.
We'll see.
Because he had to lose his wife and she lost to her potential baby. So, they're not rational right now. And I'm very curious to see what's happening.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. We're starting in 3, 2, 1.
This is important, Mikey.
Cylon psychology is based on projection.
Projection.
It's how they choose to see the world around them. The only difference is you choose to see me.
What are you? You're either connected to the woman I knew on Caprica, or you're a damaged part of my subconscious struggling for self-expression. So which one is it?
I'm an angel of God sent here to help you.
But what if she is?
Yeah, I'm just going to say she is now. She said it so many times. She is what she is. She's an angel.
Dude, I thought we were about to finally get a resolution to that.
Pretty sure she's just actually an angel, though.
No, she's his projection.
Angel on his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see the almost parallel between him and the 6 that was on the Pegasus.
Good observation.
Although he's just somewhat treated better.
A little bit more luxurious.
That's a hell of a pose.
So, what do you say?
Haven't asked him yet.
Ask me about what?
Earth.
Okay.
Do you know how to find it?
There was a hope, my hope, that if you knew the way to Earth, it would justify keeping you alive a little longer.
Wait. Wait. Now, when I say that I do not know exactly where Earth is, that is not to say that I do not know a very great deal about its probable location.
He was there during it, right?
Hours, days, weeks, months, and months on a map that Adama and Roslin found on Cobalt.
We'll get back to you.
Is that his 6 though? That can't be.
I don't
What do
think
you
so.
care about finding Earth?
Yes, we've decided that Earth's going to be our new home.
Yikes.
Called it, even though it's not in the way that we thought it was going to happen. You did.
Oh, they're doing a training maneuver.
I guess against each other, yeah.
Laser tag.
Guys, it's got to be so much fun,
I
though.
want to do this.
Starbuck, you stay in formation. Narcho has
Who's Nartro?
He's a guy. Just a guy.
Oh.
Just a little love tap.
It's almost like she doesn't listen to direct orders.
I don't know what you're bitching about.
I don't give a crap what you do, Starbuck. You're done flying.
Whoo!
Oh, man.
Yeah, I hate that.
Do you blame him right now?
No! I don't blame him at all. Oh, jeez.
Don't look at me like that.
No way.
Dude, when is he going to get a sick eye patch?
I feel like he's badass enough now to not. He's just gonna fucking make everyone look at it.
Who's going to be fake
Once I
Ellen?
told you 1,000 times.
Ellen, I'm right here.
What is this?
I thought it was going to be Ellen, and Mikey was right that she was a Cylon this whole time.
That would have been.
Oh.
We've been staying over in the, well, everyone's calling it Camp Oils, like part of the hangar deck. Well, Casey's been asking to see you for days, and I sent messages, and I thought maybe, you'd come for a visit.
You can't.
The last thing I need is a 2-year-old friend. And Casey sure as hell does not need me in her life, so do us both a favor and do not bring her around here again, okay?
I always like those scales.
Hey!
I'm curious, Mr. Gator, what is it that you trust about Dr. Baltar's research?
If there was one thing I learned about Baltar, it was his extraordinary capacity for self-determination. I think he wanted to find Earth because he wanted to get there. And the caravan of the heavens was watched over by a great lion with a mighty blinking eye.
They gotta go through Leo?
Blinking equals pulsar.
That means a star, right?
Plural. Actually, they're the rotating cores of dead stars.
Huh.
Well, it looks like this is the best thing we've got going, so unless you object, Admiral, I suggest we go lion hunting.
Huh.
Navigational markers you gave us.
I was about to say, he probably remembers it all.
To get the pulsars and look for this lion's head.
Yep. Oh my god.
I have very conflicted, very ambiguous feelings about helping you find Earth.
That one was her.
We're going round in circles.
Sure, it all looks the same to you, doesn't it? It'd be hard for any human to navigate around here, especially without projecting. Have you ever daydreamed? You know, imagine that you were somewhere else.
Oh. Can they?
We choose to see our environment in any form we wish, whenever we wish. For instance, right now you see us as standing in a hallway, but I see it as a forest.
What?
Huh. That's not what I thought.
How does she know which direction to walk?
Right. I think I understand. Protection.
Oh.
Whoever put the board over there, I'm gonna stab.
Me. Is it in your eyes?
A vivid reality that I've created and the Cylon projection experience seems to be so similar.
Is it a coincidence?
Well, what are you saying?
Is he projecting? Is he a Cylon projecting?
Am I a Cylon?
What was that?
No, Boomer was, she was someone else.
Okay.
Listen up. We need a call sign for Lieutenant Agathon.
Huh.
Dude, that was way too many names.
Athena, oh, there's a...
Wait. What was that?
I guess that's what the subtitle spoiled.
Yeah, someone said it.
Colonel, come have a seat. Over here.
Enough of that to go around.
Always.
Oh, they're friends now. Oh
Oh.
no, my god, they're gonna be friends after everything.
Hey, we all made sacrifices.
That's so.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, here's the split.
While you were pinning wounds on your Cylon girlfriend, our people were strapping homemade bombs to their chests, doing whatever they could to take the bastards out.
Here comes the rift in the crew.
Starbucks like, damn motherfucker straight. Damn.
There are only 12 Cylon models, but in the entire occupation on New Caprica, I only saw 7. Who were the final 5?
I can't talk about that.
Why?
I can't. It's complicated, but we don't talk about them. Ever.
Why?
A base ship, the one we sent to investigate the pulsars in the Lion Nebula. We've lost contact.
Is there a rift in them too?
Maybe.
Silence.
I'm loving this episode so much.
Surprisingly, their hybrids sent us a confusing set of data.
What are these hybrids talking about?
Be quiet, guys.
Wait, they're hybrid?
I just had a realization. I'll talk.
Missing base ship. It's been infected with some kind of disease.
If an infected Cylon dies and carries this disease with them into a resurrection ship, it could rapidly spread, potentially infecting our entire race.
I assume our raiders and base ships are also susceptible.
Of course. We are all created from the same genetic pool.
Then no Cylon can board that ship without risking infection.
Baltar can.
So you'll go aboard the infected base ship and investigate what happened.
She's right.
What are the chances that a human could catch something that infects a Centurion or a Raider? That is, if you're human. And if you're really a Cylon, then wouldn't you just rather get it over with and die?
I'll go.
Truly selfless act.
This will be the.
I love this
This
episode.
is like the third thing that's gonna save him in the eyes of the Cylon.
I also, that was a big reveal that they just have raptors.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. They occupied all the planet too.
Trust is an overrated commodity.
That one I'll drink to.
Where's Anders?
She broke up with him, remember?
What problem is you, Captain? All this us against them crap.
Thank you, Cat, for being on. Oh god, now I like Cat.
Why don't you take it out on the Cylons? Because we busted our ass to get you off that rock.
Do you think that means anything? Every colonist that landed on New Caprica was loyal to a point.
At least in the end, we knew where we stood, huh?
Is that so? Then how come you are off flight duty and some Cylon lover is holding down my post?
Oh, Ty wasn't.
Understand that Morale's taking a hit on the flight deck.
You think there's gonna be a
Nothing we
mutiny?
can't handle, sir.
I don't think so.
Suddenly, if you weren't in the ground war, it's like you can't be trusted. And people are listening. The word carries a lot of weight.
Thank you. Thank you. Genesis turns to
For the virus.
Relay to 0000.
Is it aware of us?
Of course. She's aware of everything aboard.
Oh, that's the hybrid. So it's a human they've connected to their system, I guess.
Most Cylons think the conscious mind of the hybrid has simply gone mad, and the vocalizations we hear are meaningless. The ones you know as Leoben believe that every word out of her mouth means something.
Oh, this.
She sort of controls the spaceship, does she?
She is the spaceship in a very real sense. She swims in the heavens, laughs at stars, breathes in cosmic dust.
Jump.
Interesting. So she the 8th Cylon?
No, she just.
They just have one on.
She's literally the ship. Which
Hybrid.
is crazy.
So the ship's control is called hybrid. Wow.
Dude, the mythology in this show is like really good.
Yeah.
Truly selfless act from Gaius Baltar.
Do you guys see him being selfless ever? Do you think? Oh my god, we're gonna find out another Cylon, please.
Doesn't look like.
Definitely man-made.
There's like a probe from Earth. Who's that?
6 with black hair.
6 with like.
That's interesting.
Brown hair.
You're severely dehydrated. You must drink some water.
Oh my god, he loves his 6s.
From Galactica.
No. I'm from a base ship.
We found it floating at these coordinates.
Oh.
Must be some kind of a beacon. A marker left by the 13th tribe. Infected. Poisoned. Left by some humans like you to destroy us. You sent us to this place.
It wasn't.
You knew we'd bring it aboard.
Shut up!
Oh, you lie to them.
Shut up!
You bring them here. It's your fault.
Shut up, please! Shut up!
Yo, his eyes are fucking me up.
Gaius, do you read? Do you
Jesus.
read? Are any of them alive? Gaius Baltar.
This is Gaius Baltar.
No camera or something?
I'm returning to the base ship. I've seen nothing.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. He's just. It is truly just self-preservation at all costs. Wow.
Do we attempt to rescue and risk the lives of our fleet, even our species, or do we leave them?
This is them all going through the learning steps the humans did in the beginning.
It wasn't me. Whatever you think I did, I didn't do it, honestly.
Walter, we followed your coordinates and found a disease with no treatment or cure.
If we leave, they're doomed. Never to return.
Perhaps God would smile upon us for our mercy.
We have to jump and leave them to their fate. There is no other way.
Mists of dreams drip along the nascent echo, and love no more.
The hybrid objects.
She doesn't get a vote. Jump the ship.
Abandoning a base star because that is like another being. Wow.
That is so fucking cool. The ship was just like, no. And she was like, yes. It was fine, but I'm not happy about it.
Jumping. Fine.
Like my first car.
They found out he lied.
Why is he lying? Because it makes it look like what 6 who we murdered.
Give me the room.
Here, you see.
Give me your sidearm.
Hey, there's a live round in that.
Pick that weapon up and shoot me.
Admiral, I don't know.
I didn't say to talk. You
done enough of that already.
I fucking love this episode.
Both fracking cowards. Watch your mouth. Or what? You gonna turn the rest of my pilots against each other?
Yeah, but if you're looking for an apology, it isn't gonna happen.
Woo!
You were like a daughter to me once. No more.
Yikes!
You're malcontented and a cancer. And I want to have you on my ship. You can figure out how to become a human being again and an officer. Or you can find another place to live off of this ship. Dismiss. Listen, I know you've been through a lot.
Don't patronize me.
You're full of bile, hatred. And if you need time, Saul, well, you take all the time you want. But I gotta run a ship. You can pick up that weapon and kill me. You can get your ass back into your quarters and not leave until you're ready to act like the man that I've known for the past 30 years. That man doesn't exist anymore, Bill. And you won't be seeing me again.
Wow. Holy shit.
I fucking love this episode.
Yeah, it's been excellent.
Cut her hair.
Like, they have a barber.
She's hardcore though, man. She's hardcore as fuck. Two different reactions to being told that.
Yeah.
But also two different traumas.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Wow, she did a surprisingly good job.
Yeah. I feel terrible about Ty, dude.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I don't like where this is going for Ty.
Yeah.
I don't like where this is going at all.
Is he on though? He is not.
She still has like a life to live, and he's lost everything, so it makes sense. But it's fucking sad.
Oh my god, it's right there.
Yeah!
No.
Oh, Lion's Head, fuck!
Lion's Head Nebula.
Close
and the
enough!
blinking eye.
They're gonna find the base star.
All the dead Cylon ships.
Oh fuck! Sharon better
When
not die.
God's anger awakens, even the mighty shall fall.
Oh, this means humanity can be getting a juicy new weapon. I can't believe they didn't blow it up.
Right?
Why would they not blow it up?
Or like push it into the
like
pulsar.
actually makes
Do you think it's related to that thing that they have on the miniseries on the weapon planet that makes Cylon sick? You know that what they were talking about. That's why they have like the.
No, I don't know where you're talking
in the miniseries when they have the weapon stash. They have something.
They were in a nebula.
Maybe they.
It was the nebula.
They weren't like.
Maybe they learned how to harness something like that.
It wasn't a disease. It was just like a static effect around the area.
There was like some weird, like it kind of had like a pseudo Cylon bio, like
it looked like it might have been a combo.
Right?
And this comes into my
right. Or I wasn't seeing.
I think it's just supposed to be like an ooze, not like the Cylon ooze.
It's where my tinfoil hat comes in. So they discuss it in this. We know the 7 Cylons, and the Cylons know the other 5, but they can't discuss them for reasons. Now, is that because there was a split in the Cylon theology or ideology in the sense of the 7 Cylons wanted to purge Earth potentially, and the humanity, and the 5 Cylons either were like against it and refused to be a part of that, or maybe the 5 Cylons were part of like the group that found Earth with humans of the past, and that's the 13th colony. Those are my theories right now.
I think your first one is possible. I think it's out of religion.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think it's either, you're right, it's kill mankind, don't kill mankind, or it's we believe in God and we don't. I feel it's like the two most obvious choices. I guess it could be deeper than that.
It makes sense.
Or it could just be that, I don't know, maybe they're fucking lying to him.
Dude, I just am desperately trying to get an answer about Baltar being a Cylon.
Yeah,
they keep teasing us.
I keep feeling like they're just gaslighting the fuck out of him.
I feel like they haven't
Because, like,
themselves.
I mean, projection is like a real thing, but like not in the way that he projects.
He's like having hallucinations.
Yeah.
He's been doing exactly what 6 was like. This is how we walk around the ship.
Yes, he has.
Yes, projecting is
and
called.
he like instantly was like, "Am I a fucking Cylon, bro?"
Well, maybe
So
projecting.
either there's going to be some. I mean, obviously, the best thing for them to do is to eventually reveal He is, because otherwise, I don't know. What else are they gonna say? How else does it make sense?
Is there like a chance that he's like the newest and he's like the 13th Cylon?
That's what I said.
And the human that was on like Caprica died, and this Baltar is like the first version of the Cylon version of Baltar.
So you think, like, for example, the Cylons...
I don't know what I think.
Do you think the Cylons are...
He's the first.
Wait, do you think...
said he was the first.
Do you think Cylons are modeled on people?
He has no copy.
Is that what you were trying to say? Were you trying to say that Cylons are modeled on people? And, like...
We never got that answer.
No, I'm trying to say, was that what you were saying? Because it sounded like you were saying, he was the first copy, or the first version after the human version. So, like,
I think he kind of has to be.
Do you think, like, Cylons pick, like, extraordinary humans or important humans and make a copy of them and turn them into Cylons?
I think they just pick...
Like the creator
whatever fits the archetype of what they need.
I don't know. That's a good point.
They could like abduct.
I don't know.
It wouldn't make sense for like some people, but for other people, it would make sense to take like important people and make copies of them. Because eventually down the line, people would be like, "Oh, you just kind of look like President Joe Smith of like 100 years ago." Nobody's gonna fully be like.
Well, they wouldn't grab like notable people, and if they did,
no, if they copied them, they would copy them at the point in which they're copying them in their life.
But they also, but what Mikey's trying to get at is
hey,
like,
how haven't you aged?
you don't grab like famous people.
Sure.
And if that is how it works, Baltar is grabbed because the apocalypse happened.
It's true. Now, in this episode, we see significant struggles going on within the Battlestar Galactica itself, in the sense that Ty and Starbuck are bonding in the worst way via sowing miscontent, and in doing so, they're kind of almost starting to move towards sowing, anarchy / like a mutiny aboard the Battlestar.
Well, yeah, they're forming sides.
They're forming sides of those who were a part of the resistance and those who were not a part of the resistance / in space, because they don't know who they can trust. And that's partially also because both of them have been scarred for... Starbuck doesn't know who she could trust because she thought the baby was hers, and Ty didn't know he could trust because he had to kill Ellen and he thought he could trust his own wife. So it's obviously very deep trauma rooted in, trust issues. But, like, they're not the only ones. There's a bunch of people because a bunch of the people probably lost family members to resistance.
The most important thing is they didn't choose those sides.
Oh.
It's not even like they were like, fuck the people who sided with the Cylons. They were turning it into a, you weren't fucking there, man. Which is so fucking bullshit. That's like the worst thing to do.
But you weren't fucking there, man.
But they did nothing wrong. They were like, no, I'm going to stay on Galactica while you guys go and start a life on this planet. Like, there was no... That shouldn't separate them as a unit. That's ridiculous. So it was just their inner issues spewing out and then infecting other people with their...
And I think Adama handled that absolutely perfectly.
You fucking shoot me.
Fucking kill me, bro.
Because it immediately confronted them. It was like, all right, you're unhappy, fucking I'm the source of your problem, fucking shoot me. And they're like, well, we're not gonna do that. And then while he's like shaming them, he like literally does not pull a punch. He literally kicked Starbuck out of her chair. It was like, you were like a daughter to me, figure out your fucking life. Like, that's what she needed to hear. But that was a very like brutal fucking awakening, but she needed it. And then Ty's arc's fucking like sad. I'm actually like
I do with how it was going at the end. I thought he was gonna end it.
When he picked up the gun, I didn't think he was shooting Adama. I thought he was going to shoot himself.
Yeah. And even then after that, when he was like drinking.
Yeah. Well, the problem is he seems like he's been relieved of duty, whereas Starbuck has been given a chance to redeem herself. And that's also partly because I think Adama knows that he's kind of gone past the line with what happened with his wife, and he needs to be...
But he made it seem like he doesn't know what happened with his wife, because he didn't say, hey, I know that thing with your wife fucked you up. He's like, I don't know what's fucking you up. All I know is it has to do with Ellen. And he's like, don't patronize me.
But as a result, though, we see Starbuck turn herself around, and the first thing she does is go see Casey, the child who wanted to see her, and she kind of had like a trauma moment.
Yeah, and it's because she's got to move past that trauma, right? To rekindle Anders.
She's had multiple moments like this. I don't know if she's even going to rekindle Anders versus just stabilize herself.
I feel like they're going to have like I don't think they're going to get back together necessarily, but they're definitely going to run into each other once she's like
a weird good thing.
That's true.
Yeah, sure.
Now, we also see that in this episode, there is a new XO on the Galactica that is completely confirmed, which makes sense because he was a part of
Apollo.
Not Apollo.
Not Apollo?
No.
Who's the XO?
The XO is Hilo.
He's been.
Yeah. So he's been the XO since
he moved to the.
But I'm saying when Ty returned, he wasn't immediately given XO position again, despite his rank.
I think that made sense because he was healing and so on and so on. I don't think it was meant as any disrespect to Ty. That was just his inner problems spewing that.
I'm saying for a character that's been been through it all, it's interesting to see from him from service of Caprica to now being the XO of Galactica.
I'm not
sure. Yeah. I mean, I like to see it for Hilo. I mean, he's been pretty great through and through. I don't
want to make this a tangent, but shouldn't Apollo be XO?
No, he's CAG.
He's the second highest rank.
He's CAG.
Is that how that works? I don't know anything about.
So he's CAG because he's a fighter pilot, whereas
I didn't want to tangent.
Whereas
just know
the other guy is the other pilot. Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and I kind of agree with you.
No tangent.
Since he was
because that means if Adam is not in charge, Hilo's in charge.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
That's okay.
But we don't know.
He might be Lieutenant Hilo.
Maybe Hilo's I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
Move past that though. We see the Cylons have.
And the hybrids are wild.
We see
I was hoping for something like that. Yeah. Maybe not in this series, but man, I love that madness, plugged in prophet archetype thing. I don't know.
I can imagine that the hybrids were probably the first attempt at making human Cylons, which is via their name.
I'm kind of getting that vibe with how the raiders are organic but metal shelled. Yeah. And then it seems like it's a progression because the Centurions are all metal, then the raiders are a 50-50. Then you have the hybrids, which are 80% human plugged into a ship, and then you have the full-on
organic. Yeah. Now the interesting thing to see also is that they can have their own opinions and object to things. So it's just going down to show that the Battlestar is itself is a organism,
a raider,
which
it's just like the raider.
Well, what they hinted at that in the first season when they talked about the raiders being like that, but we didn't notice that.
It's literally treated like an animal. It's like a horse bucking, fuck you, I'm not going. And then you kick it harder, and it's fine.
Well, it's because it's leaving a member of its family behind, kind of.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're right.
Especially if all the hybrids are the same, person, technically. It's they don't like doing that. Now, they have a virus in this episode that's at a location Baltar gave the Cylons and Humans.
Who put it there?
Yeah. Now, my wonder is, Baltar gave 2 coordinates. Did the Cylons check both or just one?
Did he give some?
I thought there was 2. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was the point where 2 of them met, the 2 coordinates. I think the 2.
It was the blinking pulsar.
2 pulsars met here, and then that was the coordinates between the red and the blue. That was my misunderstanding.
Also, I'm not bashing the Cylons because they're super smart, but they were hey, what's that? I don't know. Take it on the ship and figure it out. Questionable.
Well,
questionable.
No. I feel like that's the way they didn't contain it is a little weird, but
which led me to believe that the 6 who's dying is only telling a half truth because just see him. What?
You don't trust Cylons?
Well, I don't see a fucking piece of trash outside. I'm I should put that in my car.
Hold on.
But if I see something and I don't realize it's trash,
you're in the wrong perspective. So they're exploring, right? Yeah. So when they're exploring and they're following a path of people who came before them, they found that probe and they're oh, this must be a probe from the 13th colonists. So let's take it aboard. Maybe it has the directions to Earth for people who follow.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Got you. I'm with you. And why they just left it in the middle of the ship instead of
My point is, I was saying it's okay, if you're on an adventure and you're in the middle of the woods and you see what looks like a nice hat, but then you go to pick up the hat and it's not a hat and it's a giant spider and it's attacking you, or whatever.
Well, I feel like
I'm just saying, I feel like they didn't realize it was, like you said, it was a probe, or they thought it was familiar because it had the goo or whatever. So they were oh shit, a fucking hat. And then it was trap.
It's kind of if you, I think,
right?
I understand what you're trying to go for.
Whoever left it knows how to beat the Cylons.
Or maybe it's Cylons
unless it's inadvertent.
Or it's the Cylons themselves.
It's the 5.
But
I'm not a coincidence that happened and they introduced. We don't talk about our 5 older siblings.
But hold on. So Mikey, I know your theory with the 5 maybe going with the Earthling tribe, whatever, but the Cylons came after the colonists left.
Yes.
All
the original
homeworld.
I don't think
guys,
that makes
all of this has happened before. All of this will happen again. There was an Exodus already and a return. This is probably the second Exodus and return.
Sure,
So
but
all of mankind are robots.
sure, but the timelines.
Well, that means there could be Cylons implanted in this Battlestar crew that we don't know about still, that have been there for longer than the Cylon War that exists from the original Exodus.
Mikey's going full Charlie.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but meaning they have complete. Actually, that would make sense because why in the CIC in season 1 would they put a device that makes it seem like the Galactica is a base star and not the Galactica, unless they're trying to protect. They were trying to protect the Galactica, and they have low-key been doing their own things. Oh my god! And he's doing his own things in the shadows to try to help humanity survive.
But like a good Cylon.
Off the bad Cylon.
Adama's the original Cylon, and he's helping the children of humanity by progenerating them. And he actually had children because he found somebody he loved himself. So he created Apollo and his other son, who are actually the original half Cylons that nobody knows about.
Hold on. I think I went deep in with you, but I'm still like, oh, okay, my ears hurt. Like I'm not going back.
So like, that would all make sense. That would all be wild. I love the theories. But that's fucking wild.
And that's why they tried to fucking kill him.
So like,
but then why wouldn't Sharon say anything? Because Sharon now considers to be an ally to humanity and knows Adama is. And why blow up his
Your face is twitching.
I'm sorry, I should have had Red Bull.
No, I like this.
This is feeling good. I feel
like there's like we're missing a piece of the foundation for this theory, but you're building a castle.
It's making sense.
No, we're getting there.
You're building a castle, but you're like,
I'm gonna feel like an asshole in the next like month.
Your castle's built on a cliff. We don't know.
I'm used to that. So all right.
No, that's
I like
just
our we took point.
I'm not gonna add Adama to the list of cellular I think of Cylons until
I'm gonna fucking add it.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's add it, Joe.
Thank you.
Okay,
I could have added it after. Okay. Oh, the only other thing I wanted to talk about, totally unrelated to our whole thing. I think Gaius is definitely also a Cylon.
We have him on there.
Bro, he killed the love of his life with his bare hands. I know it's not the version of the love of his life, but he's clearly shown affection to any and all of them.
Okay, so like...
But then cold as ice.
So like
he was like, shut the fuck up, and that was it. Like,
so I agree. I agree. Baltar's a Cylon, but I disagree with your reasoning for it because like.
No, I'm just saying that's another reason to convince me even further.
Choking out 6 is like I feel like I don't know. It's not hard to kill someone.
Dude, that could have been a projection. She may not have even been alive or saying anything for all we know.
The black hair threw me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what that's about.
Because I felt like part of that could have just been his subconscious telling him, lie, fucking lie. You saw nothing because this is what they're going to say. They're going to kill you. Self-preservation. Don't tell them. So that's why he lies. Because that number 6 is like, you fucking piece of shit. You did this. You want to kill all of us. And he's like, no, I don't.
All right.
Right. Sorry.
I don't have anything else to add. That was a pretty good brainstorming theory.
Good job, guys.
Thanks for joining us with the review crew. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Mike.
If you enjoy our content, make sure you stay for the discussions all the time. I know if you got to this point, you did stay for the discussion, so thank you. Let us know your favorite part of our tinfoil hats. And if you're not a Patreon viewer, make sure you check out Patreon, which features full-length reactions for us for this and many other series. We'll see you next time. Bye.
This was such a good episode.
Toodaloo. Awesome.